Ladies and gentlemen, the following is another outstanding episode of the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. In one corner, we have the Monarch of Mardi Gras, the Baroness of Bourbon Street. When she's not co-hosting Ringside Society, she's on crazy misadventures such as looking for the fabled Cobra Kai dojo, dressing up as one of the Road Warriors, and picking fights with random people, and also wearing offensive shirts to piss off Scott Bruce, who is our guest tonight. Louisiana's own Kathy Knight. In the second corner, we have the greatest thing on God's green earth. No, we're not talking about money, Mary Jane, or Popeye spinach. Fresh off of refereeing a body bag match, and he is still surprisingly here with us. It takes two to make a thing go right. He's Rob Bass, and you are not. And the third corner we have that ocean crossing, straight up bossing, flight catching, shot glass snatching, always on the go, catch him if you can, said his name in Guyana, now they love him in Japan. And he did his first show alone last night, the Survivor Series predictions, no, the War Games predictions, sorry, I'm still tired, the worldwide star boy, Remy Blue. And our special guest tonight is a man who's been on our show 2 times in the past, and he's back on here for a 3rd time because he has something special to tell us. Everybody, welcome to the show, straight from Texas, Vixen Wrestling Revolution owner, Scott Bruce. Woo! Scott, how's it going tonight, man?
We're done clapping. I was still clapping. Sorry.
Yeah, Kathy was telling me, she's like, Remy, Scott wants to be back on the show. He wants to be back on. I mean, he'd like to be back on. When's a good time? And she hit me up. It was like right before Thanksgiving. I'm like, well, there's Thanksgiving and people with their families and whatnot, and such and such, and I just started working at my regular job, so I'm like, let's wait after Thanksgiving and see what we can do. And lo and behold, boom, here you are. Thank you very much for giving us this opportunity again. You guys are always welcome. You, Jacob, even Haley, and Emily. I know Haley right now, she's still probably trying to get over heartbreak that she recently just experienced with Rachel Rose. Haley, look at it this way. Now is your time to shine. Now's your time to show them what you got.
Yeah, and she loses, she's gonna get fired from VWR. So
Yeah. So Haley, just keep your head up. You got this. Just trust me. This is your time to shine. It was gonna happen eventually, anyways. So it just happens sooner rather than later. So yeah. So how's everything going, Scott?
It's warm. It's about close to 80 degrees down here in Texas.
Awesome. That's cool. So last time we talked to you, it was actually, I think it was around May or whenever we had Haley on. So how have things been for the promotion formerly known as RWR, now with VWR? Tell us more about that, man. Like, cause 1 minute I was checking like my social media, and I saw VWR. I'm like, wait, what's going on? I know RWR. What's VWR? Oh snap! They done rebranded. So tell us a bit about that, man. What's going on? How things been like in the last time we talked to y'all and so on.
Well, what kind of caused the change was just I lost my passion. I really did. I lost my passion with RWR. I guess you could say it wasn't fun anymore. And when we did Rise of the Vixens, my passion was so big and my heart was so into promoting the Vixens event. And the same thing for Jacob, same thing for Jimmy Nova. We put everything into that. So we had the next Myth show, flash forward, and it was just kind of like, let's just get it over with. That's what it felt like. But going into Too Hot to Handle, we had to cancel that event due to, the NWA booking so much of our talent. So it turned into we pretty much no longer really had a card. So we had thought, let's let the month go by. We'll do a comeback. And I just didn't discuss anything with anybody. I stayed away. So finally, about September, I think it was. Um, I spoke with Jimmy Nova. I spoke with Jacob. Uh, talked to the big original boss himself in heaven, Tiny, and I just really wanted a sign. And talking with Jimmy Nova, he said it was something that maybe we should think about. We thought about it for about a few days, maybe 3 or 4 days, maybe closer to getting to a week. And we started looking at what the numbers were. Like the girls were putting so much into Rise of the Vixens and promoting and pushing the event that it was kind of like the discussion was, well, maybe we give the girls the promotion. We had discussed it in the past to do two promotions, and it was just going to be too much, and we knew it. But finally, when push came to shove, it was, hey, let's let's do it. Let's evolve the revolution. Let's give these girls another safe place to work, another place that is somewhere they can feel comfortable and feel at home. And before we moved on creating the logo, coming up with a name, anything, I spoke to Brian Cervantes and Thunder Rosa, and um, Brian gave me his blessing, and Thunder right away was very big into me doing it. She gave me her blessing as well because I wouldn't have moved along with it if I hadn't gotten those blessings. Thunder's blessing was very important to me. They are very close to me. They are like family. So that blessing to me was the one that I needed. And when we got it, it was all right. Well, let's move forward. Let's get this. I'm a big fan of the 80s, man. Thus, you see the logo with the colors and the look and everything. So we brought the 80s feel into the logo. And, seeing it all take shape and everything, uh, creating the video announcement, it was an amazing feeling for me because now it's like I'm giving these girls that I believe so much in, that I see how incredible they are, and that they're still not getting the proper respects that they should be getting. Now they're going to get that in a second promotion in Texas. And, I've had people say, oh, you guys are a competition for Mission Pro. We are not competition for Mission Pro in no way, shape, or form. We are, you could say, the baby sister to Mission Pro, because those are who've had my back. Those are who've been there for me and everything. So, yeah, thanks to Mission Pro for, always being there and sticking with us, and, just truly being family, and it made me feel amazing to know that I had that blessing from Thunder and Brian. So that's what really was the big nail to make it happen and for the curtain to finally close on RWR.
Wow, that's cool. That's awesome to hear because normally, like fans from the outside looking in, they get this kind of vibe from, I don't know, from wherever, that all promoters are against each other and they're all competing against each other and this, that, and the other. And to actually hear, on this show, that a promoter such as yourself, even took into consideration going to, Brian Cervantes and Thunder Rosa about, starting this, and you got their blessing. That's pretty amazing and great to hear. And I always like to see, as a fan, that promoters getting along and they're all cool with each other. Because at the end of the day, I personally think there's enough bread on the table for everybody to eat. There's enough for everybody there to get some and eat and whatnot. And it's great to hear that. And shoots, if I was a Texas fan right now, shoots, I'd be like, okay, so, and I'm watching something like, okay, so Thunder Rosa and Brian Cervantes are cool with Scott Bruce and them. Could we possibly see a VWR Mission Pro collaboration show, like a little super show? I'd be excited as hell because I'd be like, yo, Kathy, I'm actually jealous of you, man. I wish I was in Louisiana right now, man, because I know I'd be going over there for that show for real, if that ever happened, you know? Yeah. Oh, and those y'all both
I
put
don't
me
know
on that.
about I don't know about a joint show. Um, you know, in this business, never say never. You know, but I'm always at Mission Pro when they're in Conroe. I fully support Mission Pro. We do share their banners. We do respect Mission Pro. Their champions are welcome in VWR to defend their titles, and that's been a an amazing thing with us in Mission is that when it was RWR, the Vixen's title was displayed over there, and it was amazing, because they didn't have to do that, but they did it, and it's always just been about respect between me, Brian, and Thunder, and how much how incredible they truly are, and how good they've always been looking out for me, helping me out, and giving me um like that seal of approval to go along with it, and that was very important.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome to hear. So y'all have your first show under VWR is called New Wave, and it'll be on January 15th, 2022. Tell us what can we the fans expect to see from that show and going forward? Anything additional outside of now it's all about the ladies going on stage and showing us what they got like they've been doing for the last couple of years.
Well, yeah, you're gonna see these girls going out there and giving it all they have, going out there and really putting in, all the work because now this promotion is theirs. It's not just mine, Jacobs, and Jimmy Nova's. It's theirs. It's they have their say. You know, the girls have their voices to be heard here as well. This is a platform for them. It's an open forum. So, um, you know, we're giving them everything they could want. We're looking out for them, making sure they're going to be taken care of. And that's the big one. Making sure they feel safe, in my opinion. And just letting them go out there and have fun, bring that aspect back, let the crowd get into it. That's what the fun part of wrestling is. Also, we are a mainly women's promotion, but the one thing that we're different with is we are open to the LGBTQ community as well. So that's a community that a lot of people still stay hidden about. And hey, we're in 2021, man, about to be 2022. um, Accept everybody for who they are, and if you can't, then you're a problem, in my opinion. So for me to have the community able to be represented in the promotion, it means the world to me because me being a member of that community, it opens up a lot.
That's definitely great. That's definitely cool to hear. And yeah, that's so. With that being said, New Wave, would we be able to see this on Title Match, or would you have to be there, or would we be able to see it on Fight TV, or would we have to be there in person to actually see it?
Um, if you want to see it right away, you got to be there in person, man. If not, it
Mm,
will be on Title Match maybe a week or two after.
awesome. Kathy, I will live at that. I will live at that show vicariously through Kathy because I'm all the way in New York, and right now my job is kind of crazy with the hours, so I won't be able to make it. But I know Kathy's going. If she could, she's probably gonna take that 5 hour drive from Louisiana all the way over there, and then 5 hours back. I don't know how you do it, Kathy, but hey, I tip my hat off to you. But I will until it goes on Title Match Network. I'll actually be there in spirit. I'll be living it, Kathy. I'll be living it vicariously through Kathy because I know she's probably gonna go there as well.
Oh yeah,
But
she's gonna.
yeah,
I'm pretty sure she's gonna be there. One thing
yeah.
I'll touch up on. Last night, PWF, we had the final match of RWR, and we had the final match of the RWR Vixens division. Um, what was special about those two matches was the two men in that match were a part of the very first event. Claudia Solis was the first woman to ever wrestle in RWR, and she wrestled against Misty Marks, who is a newcomer, but Misty got to be a part of history of that door closing of the RWR Vixen division. And Gigi Ray and Danny B last night officially, that was our launch last night. Officially, that was when the banner came out. Everybody saw the banner. The name is now out there more. So Danny B and Gigi Ray, they killed it last night, man. It was a classic of a match. It was great. So I mean, when that drops on YouTube, y'all check out PWF, man. So you all can see what those girls did, because both matches were amazing.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out. But Scott, do me a favor next time, man. Next time y'all, from now on, when y'all have like shows, send us the banner, man. Send Kathy the banner, or send Rob, or send it to us on, our Instagram page. I will definitely promote it, because I consider us more than a podcast. We like to let the fans know, or you in Texas, okay, or you in Texas for the weekend. Okay, guess what? VW, and you're a wrestling fan. Guess what? VW has a show going on. Yeah, you're a big fan of women's wrestling. Well, guess what? Check them out. These ladies in Texas, they're tough as nails, man. You got Claudia Solis. Anytime, y'all got a show, definitely send us the banner. Heck, if Jacob or you want to ever come on here and run down the card and promote it, hey, let us know. We'll make it happen like a captain. We're all down for that, so because we actually do it for several other promotions as well. So, but the more promotions that we actually, you know, sometimes we tend to forget some promotions, some tend to fall into the cracks. So we just want to make sure that we get everybody, to let the people out there know, well, hey, this is what's going on in your area or that area or whatnot. Or hey, there's no WB or no AEW showing tonight. Guess what? Hop on Title Match Network and check out this show, or YouTube, or Fight. So that's pretty much what we aim to do. So anytime, whenever y'all got a show, just let us know, and
Yeah,
we'll definitely promote it and so on.
yeah, man. I'll send you over the flyer. I'm waiting for who y'all gonna sponsor for this event.
Oh yes, well, Kathy's the one that okay, so I'm the boss. I'm the Vince McMahon of this, but Kathy's the Stone Cold Steve Austin. So she says, we're gonna sponsor this. It's like, okay, yes, ma'am. Just don't beat me. I mean,
I just want you to know
I'm not
that's
as
what
tough as
Jacob
Rob.
King wanted me to
You know.
ask you guys. He's like, hey, they haven't hit a sponsorship yet. Who are they going to sponsor for this one?
Yeah, it's all Kathy. I mean, I just follow, because I don't want no smoke with her unless she has a barbecue. It's gonna give me a free plate. So she actually makes that decision. I
Man, you
just stay here and hide behind Rob, and they'll tell Rob, hey, yeah, just because
hey man, you
he's
wrong.
the
She ain't
tough
got
one,
no
not me.
barbecue when you see smoke. She making some good gumbo over there. That's what she making.
Yeah, well, if she's offering gumbo, I'll take some of that. But other than that, I don't want no smoke with her at all. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
So that's all Kathy's thing. But speaking of Kathy, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to her. 'Cause I know she has some questions for you as well regarding VWR. So Kathy, go ahead. The floor is yours.
All
Can you
right,
cover
thanks,
your shirt,
Remy.
please?
You've been saying to change that shirt. She's gonna super kick you if I have to change his shirt. You don't want that. Talking about smoke, you don't want that smoke.
All right.
So how has it been, Scott? How is yeah, you mentioned Premier Wrestling Federation yesterday. How was that show?
It was great. I'm a commentator for them now, so I do the play-by-play with Jacob. So it was a lot of fun, getting to call the matches, getting to call the Rumble. It was interesting.
So I heard, yeah, I saw some of the match. You had mentioned, your last RWR match was it was actually Lowrider versus Aiden Cristiano. Lowrider is a crazy, sob, for lack of a better term. He jumped off the building last night. I saw a little clip of that. He's crazy. He's definitely crazy.
Yeah, Lowrider's something else, man. I've known Lowrider for many years, and it was magical because Aiden and Lowrider were a part of the very first event, and We knew that they would have a great match, and honestly, that match fell apart. It was supposed to be one thing, then another thing, then something else. At the last second, someone canceled, and it was just like, you know what? It was like I was fed up, and finally they both said, "Hey, you know what? This match it's for something more important." It was for Tiny. It was bringing that curtain to a close, and Lowrider missed Tiny's original memorial show because he was coming from Dallas, and they hit heavy traffic, and I remember he was telling Jimmy Nova, "Hey man, I'm real sorry." But last night it was, something special. The match was dedicated to Tiny, and it was closing the door on that chapter of RWR, and it meant so much because two of my closest friends were in that match, and we got to say goodbye to something that was started by four friends, and now it's evolving into a new revolution. The revolution is never going to die. It's just now changing. It's now for the Vixens.
Yeah, wrestling tends to evolve anyway, so this is just another evolution in the revolution. So that's pretty cool. And I actually first met you, through Rise of the Vixens 1, and then you had, of course, this year Rise of the Vixens 2, which both shows were awesome. So I'm like super glad that you are actually turning, RWR into VWR into an all women's organization. So I commend you for that. Like it's pretty awesome.
Well, I have a lot of passion for women's wrestling because when RWR started, we were not going to do a women's angle. Like we did have it, you know. We had Claudia, we had Jessica James, we had Mia Yim, we had Athena, we had a Kylie Ray, we had Christy James, um, and we had Lainey Luck as well, But we didn't name it Vixens until Christy and Lainey were really coming in. And, Christy came in one time, Lainey came in and interfered in the first Vixen's name match. But it was kind of like talking to Lainey, and we talked about that. And she's like, it's kind of full circle now. She's like, I was part, and I told her, you're part of the first name match for the Vixens. And now you're one of the marquee matches for the first show. So it's really special. And what I didn't notice until maybe 2.5 weeks ago, and it brought me to tears. Our first ever event was ran on January 15th of 2016. And that was the first time the Revolution had its very first show. Fast forward, the very first VWR show is January 15th, 2022. And all I could say was just Tiny is looking out for us. He wanted it to be special. And that's what he did because I didn't remember the date of the first show. I hadn't gone back and looked at that flyer in so long since early 2020. And I never paid attention to the date. For some reason, I don't look at dates. People ask me, well, when did you have this show? I don't know. What was this show called? I don't know. I know there was one called Shattered Dreams somewhere in the beginning of our conception. Might have been the second or third show after the first one, but I don't pay attention to that. It was never my thing, And that's why for me to see that and notice it, it was a heartbreaking moment because my best friend, my brother, my partner, is no longer here, you know. But it was a feeling of him telling me, "Hey, I got your back from up here. I'm here. Don't worry. I got you still." And I said earlier to Remy, I lost my passion for RWR. People didn't notice it. My passion had gone. It wasn't there no more. I would, I was on autopilot. Everyone would be at shows, and I'll just be like, yeah, no, I'm gonna show up when I get there, and I'd show up late. It wasn't the heart no more. It just did. I didn't feel it. I loved watching everybody work. I loved the matches. I loved everything, but my heart wasn't in it no more. I missed I missed Tiny too much. I didn't have my right hand, and you know, Jacob stood by me and Nova, and it was really difficult for me to really let the name go RWR. And me and Jacob tossed around different names, but Vixen was always going to be a part of it. Vixen was always going to be a part of it, the name, because that's our brand. And so I finally told him, I said, dude, you know what? If we're going to do it, it's going to be VWR. RWR was the Renegades. The Revolution's what the Renegades started. And last night, we put the Renegades to rest. The Renegades said their farewell. We did our goodbye. And it was a heavy-hearted moment. But, you know, with what we have coming now, I don't think anybody's ready because I'm going to pull out all the stops and do every surprise that I can. If you think Rise of Vixens 1 and 2 are good, you ain't seen nothing yet. And I've already been talking to a lot of people who have been released. So just be ready that I'm going to blow everything out of the water with Rise 3 because I'm putting everything I got into it.
Can't wait for that one. I went to 1 and 2. 1 was good, 2 was even better. Usually they say like in movies, the movie since the sequels don't ever match, like the debut, but this one did.
What
In
what what
wrestling, this one did.
what did you like about Rise 2? What was something that caught you that you still remember?
Oh, I remember the whole thing. You had like it was the AEW people that you added to the show. Like that drew me to it too. But then you had like the originals too. Like Rachel Rose was there, but then you had Nyla Rose, then you had Thunder Rosa, you had Red Velvet, you had Insidious one, you had Maddie, you had Vert, and then like the matches themselves just blew me away too. Like just for Maddie and Vert, they went outside, they outside of the ring, and they kicked each other's ass, like stuff like that. Just like it was awesome. The whole card from top to bottom was awesome.
That that show, everybody was like, that was a great show. I'm like, man, if y'all would have known the stress I was under that night, and that's why with Emily was on here right after Rise of the Vixens too, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Emily was the biggest help because I was stressed out. Jacob was on commentary; he was stressed. Nova was trying to run the matches with the referee for time. Emily was the main of the main event for that entire show. Emily took her role as just a ring announcer and like knew, okay, I gotta announce the cards and the matches. And Emily was going up there and she was making sure everything was good to go. Hey, what's next? What we got going? And Emily took charge, and that's why Emily has become. She's Jacob is my right hand, Nova is my backbone, and you know Emily is my Emily is she's right there with me. She's in that foxhole with me, and I gotta say it, damn it, Haley. I fire Haley every other day. She just reinstates herself now, and it's like a game to her. If I don't rehire her back in 20 minutes, she'll start. Am I hired back yet? No, and then next thing you know, we forget about it because she's been fired about 100 times. Haley is right there by me too, me and Jacob. So I mean, I have a great team with me. And yeah, I'll pick on Rachel, but Rachel is she's been a big help to me too, and so is Claudia and a lot of people. When I've needed them, they've been there for me. So I have a great crew.
Yeah, I remember talking to you after the show because at these shows you can stay, until they kick you out. You can stay at the show and be like, hey, talk to the wrestlers. I talk to you, and you're like, yeah. As much you asked me that too. You're like, how was the show? And I was like, it was great. And you're like, yeah, I was falling apart. I was like, man, really? And you were like, yeah, Emily was the glue, basically, for that show. That's what you were telling me. I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, she was. She was an important part. So I make sure to go see her at work whenever I can. I'll go up there and get me a cup of chicken and sausage gumbo. I'll go up there and hang out with her for a little bit, or we talk. I pitch ideas to her. And I take her input. I do the same with Haley. Haley was the one that told me about Gigi originally, and God, Gigi is just she's an amazing talent.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. Actually, right now, don't y'all don't change the channel, but like right now on YouTube, I'm giving stuff away. Reality of Wrestling had premiered their show right now on their YouTube channel, and it's Gigi versus Insidious, the second one they had. So that was a pretty good match. I was actually there, but yeah, Gigi's awesome. Just discovered her like through Insidious, like her match, the first one they had, and then they had a second one. So hopefully they have a third one. And yeah, like you said, she did wrestle yesterday for Vixen for VWR. So that was pretty cool to usher in the new wave, so to speak.
Yeah.
RWR is now gone and VWR is here to stay. So you said it's been around 2016, which that gave me chills too, like January 15th to January 15th of next year. What were some highlights of Renegade Wrestling Revolution, in your opinion?
Oh man.
Take a little trip down memory lane here.
Uh, man. There's quite a bit, man. There's quite a bit of them actually. Uh, so many people that are now in like AEW, Ring of Honor, even WWE were a part of it. I mentioned a few names. I mean, Sammy Guevara, he was a part of it. Ray Rowe, man, Mia Yim, uh, uh, EC3, Falaba, um, Ninja Mac before he was Ninja Mac, now GCW. Chris Carter, Chris Carter becoming Chris Carter was amazing. Um, but the big thing for me was, I mean, I got to go back to the first show, the first women's match, Ivy Robin versus Claudia Solis. Um, that was the first one that started RWR, for the women's division, and then we went to, I think it was our second show, and the women's match was so bad. I remember Tiny was just not happy, and going into our third show, we didn't have a women's match. Finally, um, it was brought back, and that was with Christy James and uh, Lady being there, and Miranda Alizé. They launched the name Vixens, you know, so it's important, and then I mean, what Hyan and Ivy Robin having the match for the first Vixens championship, Ivy Robin being the first champion, uh, and then going into a insane scramble match, and every woman in that match being champion. Hyan winds up taking it at the end. Then we have a rematch later on, and Thunder Rosa took it from her. But before that, I remember Hyan got so busy. I was like, we need to have a Vixen's champion, and so we brought the interim title in, and with that, you're seeing now Alejandro the Lion developing, key vibes developing, um, and then Rachel Rose. Oh man, Rachel, just seeing her grow and mature, and her understanding that the title doesn't make you, you make the title. She made that Vixen's title, in my opinion. She really did. Um, Roxy being champion, that was an amazing thing. When Roxy became Vixen's champion, the first rise of the Vixens, which it was I mean, I don't know if y'all play craps, but you got one shot to roll that dice to hit one time. And I remember the thing was that we'll try it one time. If it doesn't work, the whole thing's dead, even the whole division. And that killed me to hear, but I was like, maybe that if it doesn't work, we'll see what happens. I had so much faith in these girls to go out and do this, so much belief in them, that that became my WrestleMania, Rise of the Vixens. And so just seeing the division become the main division, the diamond in that rough, as you could say, where no one thought it would It was just going to be just the women's division. But having someone that I'm there, I believed in them. I gave all my heart and everything in for this division to be the best. And now, I mean, Thunder Rosa turning the Vixen's title into a world title by traveling with it. And now it's on Nyla Rose. I mean, so an AEW star is our champion, you know, so that right there in itself is a big deal. And then man, what other crazy things? The silence that hit when Poder Nocturno and Ray Rowe. Poder Nocturno was one of the toughest lucha guys in Houston, and he had been traveling all around the country. And when we got Poder to come in and Ray Rowe, I'll never forget that when they finally got the tags in and they met face to face, you could have heard a pin drop. As soon as Poder threw that first punch, you heard the crowd erupt because Ray Rowe started to, you know, going in with that EC3 being at the very first show, you know, being in the hood, you know, it's amazing, you know, that we lasted this long, you know. So you talk about memories. I have tons. I'm just giving y'all a little nitpick of little tiny tidbits of memories that I have, you know. But man, I've had some great memories, you know, out front and in the locker room with everybody, you know.
That's pretty awesome. So yeah, we're ushering in a new wave, so to speak. We got VWR, and we're gonna make some new memories. So it begins January 15th, 2022, and I'll run down the card, and you can stop me whenever you want and add some stuff. But here's the card. So we got Rachel Rose versus Lainey Luck, Queen of House Rose versus the unicorn.
Party unicorn, man. Party unicorn.
We got Amber Rodriguez versus Alejandra the Lion. That should be a pretty good one too.
Oh, I'll just throw this in there. Jacob's gonna get mad at me anyway. He wanted to be
stuff in there. You have to.
He wanted to be a part of this so bad, just so he could shut me up. He was like, "Don't give anything away." I'm like, I'll think about it. But you had to bring up. See, you had to bring up that match. And now I got to bring this up. Alejandra the Lion, Amber Rodriguez. Alejandra the Lion, a former Vixen's champion. Amber Rodriguez, man, you know what? Amber just had it rough because she was expecting a one-on-one match. She was ready, and Nyla came out, and Nyla just destroyed her, and, you know, so all that fun stuff. So, you know, I'm here live right now. Maybe Jacobs announced it. I don't know. Maybe he's put it somewhere. I don't know. I don't look at that. I don't pay attention. It is It is for a number one contenders match. The winner will go on to face, you know, Nyla Rose at our next show.
There you go, Scott with the exclusives on Ringside Society again. Jacob's somewhere fuming.
Thank God Jacob had to go to the grocery store right now, you know, because if he hadn't gone to the grocery store, he'd be watching us being over there, probably crushing his phone. That motherfucker, why did he do this? No, it's damn it, Haley. We don't damn it. Yeah, we blame everything on Haley. We blame it all on Haley.
So then we have Delilah Doom versus Roche Chanel. That's going to be a pretty cool one.
That really is going to be good. Aerobic style coming guard to VWR. Young Roche Chanel, who is, you know, been with us a ton. So, I mean, smooches.
Delilah's got that whole 80s look going anyway, so she fits right in.
I mean, yeah. I mean, how could you have an 80s theme with everything and not have Delilah Doom?
You have to.
Yeah.
She booked herself.
Yeah, it's like everybody asking me, are y'all going to have new belts? I mean, come on. I make the damn things. I mean, am I going to have new belts? Yes, I'm going to have new belts. I mean, you know, come on. You know, replicas will be available as well. You know, hey, come on, bring it. You know, I got you. Awesome. Ringside Society needs a belt.
Ooh, yeah, we do. That we do. Yep. So speaking of belts, we'll go down the whole card. But since you said that, now is there just going to be a women's championship, or are there going to be like tag team titles, a mid card title? Is there, or is that a secret?
Jacob's not on here, so he can't stop me. There will be a VWR World title because the Vixen title is a world title. So we're gonna entwine the old legacy of the RWR Vixens belt into the new one. So we are gonna. It is gonna be the Vixens World, the VWR World title. There will be tag team championships as well.
Nice.
And there will be one more title. It will be the VWR Genesis Championship.
Ooh. So for is that like, up and coming women, like not newbies, but they're still developing, still, people trying to get to know them, stuff like that.
I don't know.
It's just a title.
The name sounded cool to me.
Yeah.
Jacob came up with the belt name. I didn't.
So the rest of the card, we'll continue with that. Speaking of two up-and-comers that are really hungry for titles and matches, we have Jasmine Allure versus Leela Gray. That should be a really good banger of a match there.
Well, how did you say her name?
Jasmine Allure.
And who?
Leela Gray. Lila Gray?
Layla Gray.
Layla Gray.
Layla, say it with me. Layla.
It's coming. Layla Gray.
Okay.
And then you mentioned from before, the OG Claudia. She's going to be on this new show. She's going to take on Black Widow.
Oh, my God. That is going to be one. Oh, God. This whole card is stacked. But that one right there, you're looking at, two Latinas that are going to come in and each one wants to prove themselves. So they're going to be in there. There's going to be some ass whooping on that match. That's going to be a fight.
Yeah, the last match I saw Claudia in was Rise of the Vixens 2 against Alejandra, and that went into the crowd, actually in the seat next to me. Claudia was beating up Alejandra next to me in the seat right next to me, so that was crazy. And she
that was
my merch too. I fussed at Alejandra for that.
Well, I mean, why do you put your merch in an empty seat? I mean,
I didn't think anybody was going to jump on it. I don't know.
Well, welcome to real independent wrestling in
exactly.
Texas. Okay?
Yep,
I say that. Welcome to independent wrestling in Texas. Welcome to how it's done. That goes back to the words of freedom. I hear meetings like, guys, don't go into the crowd. Don't do that. No, it's not cool. Guess what, man? You pay for a front row seat. These girls are in there. They're going at it. They were fighting. They were throwing fisticuffs with each other. Boom, boom, boom. And it was a personal fight, Claudia, the original, felt disrespected by Alejandra, who was part of that new guard when Alejandra no-showed Reloaded. So it turned into a fight.
Yeah, that it did. And it went into the front, and you don't even have to move before you move before they tell you move. That's what you're supposed to do. It's like you see them coming, move out the way.
Yeah,
that's what I learned. Like, don't even wait for people to say move out the way. You move before they say move out the way.
Yeah, you just stay ready.
Yep.
It's part of the excitement.
Last but not least, there was one more match: Amaris Blair versus Misty Marks. So that should be a pretty good match too. Like, the whole card's good from top to bottom.
You said Amaris Blair. I mean, I was like, salutes up here,
So
I pick on her all day.
Yeah, don't pick on her. She's from Louisiana too.
That's why I pick on her.
That's why you pick on me all the time. Now I understand. I see you. I see how you are now.
Oh, the reason I don't pick on Danny B because I'm scared of Danny B. Danny B will whoop my ass.
Yeah.
Danny is the nicest person in the world, but I'm scared to see her mad. I see her in matches. I see her get mad and beat the hell out of somebody. I'm like, you know what? I don't like OU, but around you, Boomer Schooner, OU is the best. Roll Tide. You know,
Yep.
she wins on that. You know, you want me to say UT sucks? UT sucks. Yep. OU baby, OU, all the way Oklahoma.
Yep. Can't mess with those Sooners. They'll come and get you.
Yeah, man, they will.
So the last question I have before I turn over to Rob, you're kind of a ribber, and on some of these shows, you ask stuff for me to ask other people. So I am turning the tables on you. I had a question from somebody, but you kind of answered it earlier, so I think I know what the answer is going to
Emily.
be. Yeah. So Emily wants to know, who is your favorite out of Emily or Haley?
Ooh. That's messed up. Oh, who is my favorite between
Put you on
Emily
the
and
spot.
Haley?
On the spot.
Okay, can you reword the question, please?
Emily said it like this: who is your favorite, Emily or Haley?
Or
It's one of those yes. You just say yes. You don't even answer the question. Yes.
yes, yeah, just yes. No, you know, honestly, I really can't pick one. I love them both to pieces. You know, they're they're the two of the strongest women that I know. Um, very different qualities, you know, but when it comes to being strong, when it comes to being a rock, when I need when I need that calming down, when I need that, hey, it's okay. That's Emily. Emily's a rock for me. Um, Haley, a little bit of a weirder rock, but she's there. Haley is there when my depression hits. Haley is that ear to talk to. Um, you know, if I got something going on, Haley asks what's wrong. Emily does too, but Haley's always the first. Hey, what's wrong? You okay? Emily does too. Emily puts up with me a lot more than Haley, I think. She really does. And she told me last night she was going to tell you when we were eating after the show, me and her. And I was going to ask her today. We went and had lunch, and I was going to ask her, hey, so did you send a message to them? And I knew she wouldn't have told me, but you know, yeah. Wait till y'all interview her. I got a couple questions for her.
Uh-oh.
But I mean, no. When it comes down to it, honestly, I can't pick one. Like I said, I love them both to pieces. They're both an important part of my life. I care a lot for them. I love them to pieces because they're always there for me when I need them. And man, if I didn't have them, I I think me losing all of my passion would be gone because whenever I have an idea, I run it by them. Jacob and I, we run it by them. They have an idea, they'll tell us. Usually we shoot Haley's ideas down, but you know, go with Emily's. Nah, and nah, but Haley has become the person that makes me laugh all the time. I can be in a horrible mood. I can be depressed. For some reason, Haley just does something that's ditzy, or you say something that confuses her right away, like Clueless, you know, and she makes me laugh and she brightens up my day, you know. And the whole "damn it, Haley" thing, you know, it's something that's funny, you know, for me and Jacob. And she plays along with us. You know, one time we are saying, like, Haley, you know, just do it to yourself. All right, damn it, Haley, you're fired. I'm like, yeah, she fired herself. Cool. But no, I think that one thing. I'm feeling kind of aggravated. Should I fire Haley today? Yes, no, or undecided. And so, you know, yeah, but you know, that's Haley, you know, and she's great. But like I said again, Emily's become like my partner in crime in a way. You know, she really has. So it's kind of cool. You know, Emily is she's like my hidden partner in crime. You know, and then we have Jacob. I was waiting for this to happen too. I was waiting on it. I didn't think she would snoop this low. That's a low blow. I mean, there's low blows, and there's a low blow. That's a low blow. So, hey, Kathy, I'm going to ask you right now, who's your favorite between Remy and Rob?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Put me on the spot.
Wow,
It's not.
wow, you just had to go low, didn't you, Scott?
Oh man.
Hey, no one told her to wear that shirt today and offend me, and then going ahead and read a question from Emily that was gonna get me a little into my feelings, a little emotional. So yeah, so now I had to come right back with it, you know. So, oh crap. So,
Good karma. Your phone fell.
yeah, pretty much.
Do I have to answer that question?
I'll give you a week to think about it. Then I want to see the answer on Twitter.
I know her favorite. Her favorite's actually. I know who her favorite is. It's not actually none of us. It's actually a woman by the name of Alicia, the Warrior Princess, who's actually our mod.
There you go.
That's
good save.
That's who I know she's gonna choose.
I didn't give her that option.
They're my boys. I love them equally, but I think I love Rob a little bit more. He dressed up for my birthday.
Wow.
He gets points for dressing up for my birthday. So there you go.
I'll be honest. I give you a hard time with your shirt. I love Rachel to pieces. Rachel's cool as hell. Rachel makes me laugh too. You know, she's one of the important people in my life. You know, that has always got my back. Kathy, I will always pick on you, just so you know. Just be ready for that. But the thing is, if I don't mess with you, if I don't mess with, like everyone's noticed, if I don't mess with you in some type of way or pick on you a little bit or laugh with you, then I just don't like you. But you know, yeah. I'm one of those. I like to joke around. I like to play. I like to make the serious mood. I like to make it just that lighthearted, laugh yourself crazy mood. You know, that's me.
Yeah, so before I turn it over to Rob, to kind of close out my part of it, just want to say thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me back.
I drive the 4 hours there and back in one day.
You are a badass, man. You are a badass.
Yeah, because what I was gonna say was I drive because you guys are like my family. You're my family away from Louisiana, and my home away from home. And you were talking so fondly of like Emily and Haley and Jacob, and gotta include you in there too. Like you guys rock. And you know, there's also Bryant and you know Rachel Rose. That's why I wore the shirt. She's like the backbone. You know what, Remy?
Hey Scott, if you ever need a camera person or an interviewer, I mean, you could always take her off my hands, man. I mean, you know, I finally got robbed.
That's the next part of what I was gonna say. If you ever need somebody, and I'm actually going to that show, I got you, because you know you're awesome. You're like my family, and
you know, you said Bryant. Let me tell you something right now. Without Bryant, the circle that is the revolution, that is there, because it comes down to the owners, it comes down to the guys that put stuff together, it comes down to the workers, it comes down to everybody. Everybody's important. Brian is that final piece of that circle that makes it a whole circle, because Brian is our photographer, and Brian got a badass picture of me last night with Pyro next to me, so I was real proud of that picture, and the one of Jacob. So you know, I love Bryant, man. Bryant is the biggest fan of Rachel Rose that I've ever met in my life, but he's also one of my best friends.
Yeah, he's the OG loyal subject, and he's still loyal. He'll be loyal.
He's the only real fan she has. She made me bend the knee, okay? After 2 years, she finally got me.
She got me too. This year I've been bending the knee, I think twice, and I almost did it at New Texas Pro. Almost did it too. Yeah, like Rob, bend the knee. The little gesture she does. Yep. I would have bent the knee at 25 lighters, but she was on my way. But so that would have been the third time. But yeah, it's pretty fun bending the knee actually. But
are you coming to Lone Star?
Yeah, I am. Have to see Haley and Rachel. Have to.
I gotta do Haley's memorial video after Rachel killed
Oh
her.
no. Yeah, when I saw the poster and they were both on it, I was like, that's the match. They're gonna have a match. And sure enough, it got announced today. So I was like, yep, I'm going. I'm
Yeah,
going.
I just imagine Haley doing the whole Rocky training montage right now, you know, because she's a big Rocky fan like me. So I'm just imagining Haley waking up in the morning, cracking eggs, drinking the yolks, and trying to go find steps she can go run and be like Rocky.
Probably so. Yeah, there's gonna be like a whole training video, like a whole vlog of her journey to her match. That'd be pretty cool, actually.
Please
But
don't tempt me like that.
but yeah, just want to say you're like family. I got you if you ever need me, and just personal too. Like you always call me, say hi, stuff like that. Even if it's not to be on the show, you'd be like, "Hey, what's up?" So that goes for you too. You have a bad day, you let me know. We'll talk, whatever. You're like family. So just want to say thank you for coming on the show on the 25th. Where did I get that from? On the 15th of January, New Wave is coming, and that's gonna tear the house down. Can't wait for that one, and I can't wait for VWR to take off to see where it
Yeah,
goes
we
from
got
here.
pyro.
Ooh. Yeah, Jacob got scared by his pyro. That was pretty funny last night.
Yeah, he did.
All right, Rob, take it away.
All right, sweet. Thanks, Kathy. So what's going on,
What's
Scott,
up?
man? How's everything going tonight?
What's up, Rob? How are the puppies?
Oh, man, they're doing all right. Last I looked, they were sleeping on the couch and stuff. They were all bundled up, man. They're doing good. It's
Oh yeah,
cold here
there
in
you go.
Delaware. We ain't got the 80-degree weather like y'all in Texas, man. It's we got winter. It's starting to come up.
We still running the ACs, brother.
Oh man, yeah, I had to turn the heat on, man. Last night I left the show, man. There was frost on the window. I was like, oh my lord. I had to heat the car up. Like, oh. So, how was your show yesterday? I know you said it was all right, man. Did you any hitches, man? Everything go smooth? Yeah, did you have to, anything go crazy?
Nah, man, it went really good. It was a lot of fun. It went smooth. Me and Jacob were on commentary. Just having fun with it, man. Just feeling it natural, and just letting everything be a surprise. Being surprised. So what you hear on that, when it gets released on IWTV and YouTube, what you hear is not. It's not like, oh yeah, we knew that was it. Like, it's not like we're not faking the emotion. We're really feeling that. When we're excited, we're excited. When we're shocked, we're shocked. When we pop, we pop. It's not like, yeah, no, it's like, oh shit, what happened there? So it's a lot of fun. We bring the true emotion to it, and that's the one thing that I see like a lot of commentators, and I've seen a lot in like the Midwest and other places, like they don't do that. And I'm like, you just sound so robotic. I love that natural feel to commentary. And that's the one thing that I love doing. I love having it feel natural.
That's right. Now doing commentary with Jacob, do you feel pressure to study or read a thesaurus before you get on the air with him or whatever, trying to bust out some big words or get a word of the day calendar?
I have to give him my notes he can proofread for me. Then I gotta go back and rewrite them, and then he makes me submit a book report.
That's right. He
made me read Mice and Men again. I hadn't read that book since I was like 13.
Oh,
I
remember
had to
reading
submit
that
a 3-page book report to him, and he
Lord.
gave me an F. He called me a W. Yeah, it's horrible. He's a horrible teacher. He's always yelling at me.
He'd be like, you never end a sentence with a preposition. He'd be like, what is a preposition? I don't even know what that is. What's an adverb?
Exactly. Like, you're lucky I know what a noun is at this point in time, I mean, my daughter, when she was younger, she goes, Dad, look at my work. She's like in fourth or fifth grade, and I'm looking at it like, yeah, that looks right. Goes back, Dad, I failed. Oh crap. You know what? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
That's right. Yeah, man, because, pronouns or whatever, man, if you asked me, like, 5-10 years ago what a pronoun was, I'd be like, a noun that lost its amateur status. You know what I mean? That's what I know. Like, I don't know what no pronoun is.
Mm-hmm.
But at least society smartened me up today. I learned something from there. Now I'm like, okay, yeah. But prepositions, adverbs and stuff. I'm like, oh no, yeah, I done failed that test. Yeah, I'm done.
No, me too.
Now you're talking about all these matches and stuff, man. When I was sitting here thinking, an awesome match, man, I would love to see or something. Insidious versus Mother Endless. I don't know if you know who Mother Endless is, but I've met her, and yeah, whenever I'm around, the power of Christ compels me if I'm around her. You know what I mean? I gotta be like supernatural and put some salt around me because I get scared. The same thing would happen Insidious if I met her.
You got to send me her stuff, man. Mother Endless. I want to check her out.
Oh yeah, oh she's badass. Yeah, I was, if you checked my thing last night, she was choking me out because I got too close to her or whatever. Step away. You gotta keep that 10-foot distance from her.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. So you're talking about maybe y'all have some belts coming up and all. Now, are you doing tournaments for them? Can we expect maybe like the championship tournament? Maybe a couple of the ladies wrestle at the same night, maybe a cage match, and the tournament or something.
I haven't thought that far ahead yet.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, it's like I got people asking me, "You gonna bring this person, that person?" And I get asked about Hollywood, and I'm like, "Look, man, I just gotta go buy her a new pair of eyelashes so she can blink her way to Texas."
Scott, right. I don't mean to interrupt you, Rob, but Scott, several minutes ago, you said y'all put the Renegades to rest. You might want to watch how you say that. That's all I'm gonna say. Rob, you know where I'm going with this.
The Renegade
Rob,
twins?
you know where you...
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
We put RWR to rest. The Renegade twins, nah, ain't no one putting them to rest. They are, geez, God, those two girls they're amazing. The way they work together. Awesome. I mean, I can't say nothing bad about them.
I'm gonna say this right now. I try not to play armchair booker, but 7-year-old, 6-year-old, 8-year-old, however preteen me comes out every now and then. And I just gotta say that the Renegade twins, they came from Nightmare Factory. And I'm gonna say this right now as a testimony because I've seen all of the Nightmare Factory student showcases. There's been 3 of them so far. And I'll say this: they have some of the best women that you can have, any promotion can have, whether it's VWR, Mission Pro, CCW up in Delaware, Shine, Shimmer, WSU, etc. They have some of the best women that a promotion can have, and I would recommend them to, because what I've seen from them in the ring, like not just the Renegades. There's also, Rob, you've seen Kat Spencer over there, and that's also where Julia Hart came from, as well. Those women are phenomenal, and if you're looking for a woman that's tough as nails, there's a woman by the name of the Mountain Mama. Brawlin Jess, I think it's the Mountain Mama, Brawlin Jess Barnes. I would highly recommend it to anybody. She was the OMG moment of the Student Showcase 3. And my mouth was literally like this, because she went in there toe to toe with one of the biggest guys and was trading punches with him. And she eliminated another guy as well, out single-handedly in that battle royal. So the Nightmare Factory, the place where those twins came from, whoo, man, unbelievable.
I need to see who all's from the Nightmare Factory, because I would love to. Because I mean, seeing those two girls as good as they are, I want to see what else they've produced. Because I mean, I don't know what it is, man. Something must be in that water in that building that's special, because they've produced some special, amazing talent.
QT.
Well, yeah, there's Kat Spencer, who I'm sure Rob has seen. I've seen. There's Brooke Havoc, who, and I would tell any promotion, take advantage of booking her right now, because I have a good feeling that once she recovers, because last time I checked, she was injured. But when she recovers, it's only a matter of time until we see that graphic. Brooke Havoc is All Elite because she's been mentioned in a headline before as debuting for AEW, Cody Rhodes' first student. Cody Rhodes even mentioned her in a promo one time. So I was like, okay, I have to have her on the show. It's because I know that when with mentions like that, it's only a matter of time until I gotta jump through hoops of fire and whatnot to get her on the show. So yeah, Brooke Havoc, and I would say check out the student showcases. They are definitely awesome, and not just the women, but everybody in general, man and woman. They put out the work, and I even told because we had a guy, the Diamond Sheik, who was actually on 15 Minutes of Fandom, and we were like, he told us that he was training there, and we started watching the showcases because of him. And I was like, wow, these people are definitely putting in the work. They are so awesome. So yeah, I would definitely recommend checking out the student showcases because trust me, you'll see some things and you'll be like, wow, that's amazing. But Rob, my bad, man.
Remy scared me because now I'm scared I'm going to go to a Mission Pro show and I'm going to wind up getting my head kicked off by the Renegade Twins.
They do go over there. Yeah, I almost forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there and have to wear a helmet now or something. They're gonna kick my head in.
Well, here's what I would do to avoid getting my head kicked off. I'll tell him, hey, I'll tell you what. I understand you two are, you two are pretty, badass at what you do. You're collecting titles in CCW and Mission Pro. I'll give you a title shot. That's it. That'll sweeten the pot. Maybe they'll just give you a slap.
That's what I would
do. Yeah. I'll take a slap over a kick in the head.
Yeah. No, we're definitely gonna bring in the Renegade Twins to VWR. That's already in the works. So
But Rob, my bad.
They're awesome girls.
Oh yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you, Rob.
Oh no, you're good. Yeah, no, the Renegade Twins, they're awesome. Last night, Robin, she was yelling at me. She was doing that to me. She was telling me, she's like, you need to rep our matches. You know what I mean? What are you doing over here? I'm like, you need to talk to Marcella. And if I do, y'all better win because I'm not having Mama Renegade come up here and kick my butt. Y'all think the Renegade Twins kick your butt. Ooh, Mama Renegade, Nah, I ain't messing with Mama Renegade. So.
Oh, yeah. Man, why are you making the Renegade Twins mad, bro? Come on, don't be making them mad.
I wasn't making them mad. They were they're mad that I wasn't reffing their match. I was like, hey, I didn't do it. You know what I mean? I'd ref their matches all the time. You know what I mean? Plus I'm a little biased. You know what I mean to them. So I have to get a quick 3 count. Plus, I got my dad and my sister there yesterday, and it's 1CW CCW joint show, and my dad and my sister, they're not wrestling fans, really. They don't watch a lot of wrestling. They don't know who wrestlers really are, But last night they had a blast, and all the things that they remembered was from the pretty much the CCW side. They're like, oh man, these girls kick butt, da 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 da. That's what they're talking about the whole time. I'm like, yeah, doing the thing, yeah. So the women's wrestling revolution is definitely upon us. You know what I mean? Shoot.
Oh yeah.
100%. And I'm all for it. So I do want to say, for Emily and all, please, don't fire her for too long. I mean, she's an awesome ring announcer and all. She's always nice to me and stuff on, Twitter, Instagram, and stuff. You know what I mean?
I don't fire.
I
don't fire Emily. I'll never fire Emily. I maybe fire her one time. Cool. No. Okay, we fire Haley on a regular basis.
There you go. I was gonna say, man, or you have to send her some. Is it Reese's Pieces or she likes Reese Cups? Emily does. It's one or the other. I forget.
Oh man, I don't remember.
One of them. Yeah, it's one of them. One of them. Yeah, you get it. So you're like, all right, here you go. She'll forget all about it.
Reese's Cups.
Yeah, the cups. Yeah. There you go.
Thank you, Stalker Kathy.
Send her the cups. There you go. That's why. See, Kathy has that young mind. She's a, young, smart and stuff. I'm old and decrepit. I'm like, I got Alzheimer's, and
Well, hey,
I'm
you
just
know
like,
what?
I'm like,
You
I
know
get it.
what? Everybody needs to have a loyal fan. Rachel Rose has Emily Taylor. Apparently
Yeah,
now Emily Taylor has Kathy.
there you go. Oh, that's awesome. So I do gotta ask, for being in Texas and stuff, doing wrestling all year, man. Like, what were like your Texas wrestlers of the year, maybe match of the year, that you got to see? Anything that sticks out? I mean, it's end of the year things. Spotify did their thing and all that good stuff. So you might as well. I figured I'd ask that.
Man, the match that sticks out to me still is Brian Keith and Davey Richards.
Yep.
Mm.
That match right there sticks out to me so much because it was so good. So yeah, good is an understatement. Jeez, that match was amazing. Actually, too, highlight of 2021 was Thunder Rosa spearing Dave LaGreca into a wall of beer cans.
Yes, that was funny.
Another. I mean, you know what? It happened last night, but I'll say it. Danny B and Gigi last night. Yeah, if you ask me, that was one of the best matches I've seen. When I say they brought it, they brought it. It was, yeah, it was up there. If it had to be my top 10 matches of the year, I'd say, damn, they're up there. They're up there, and they're up there at least in top 6.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I do like the Thunder Rosa spear into the beer can stuff. Yeah, that was hilarious. I mean, I think I watched that, like 10, 20 times in a row. I was like, yeah, that was pretty funny. I like that. I like how she sat there, like, yeah, boom. I was like, that's right.
I was there live, so it was even better.
Oh man. Oh, that was great. That must have been awesome. I would have been screaming and cheering. Oh.
Yeah, I had a good amount to drink, so it was great. It turned me into a fan again. It was little things that started bringing my love back. Commentating brought a lot of my love back. But being over there and being around Mission Pro, being around Thunder and being around Brian and that entire crew, just it. I get to put the promoter cap away. I get to put the fan hat on for a little bit, and it's the greatest feeling in the world to be a fan. Yeah, I remember that feeling when I was younger and I was a fan. But yeah, when I tell you that I popped seeing Thunder Rosa spear Dave LaGreca into that wall of beer cans. I hadn't popped that hard in so long, like cheering, like going crazy. It had been a while, but man, it was awesome to see.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I kind of think their AEW is going to do something with Thunder Rosa. Maybe her and the Britt Baker DMD ring. But yeah, man, yeah, she's like, yeah, she kicks ass. Yeah, Thunder Rosa don't play. I love how when she comes out, if she's like out of the opponent, she's like, oh, I'm taking my earrings out. Oh, we about to box. We about to box. I love how she does that. It's like, oh yes.
Man, Thunder took Jade Cargill down like nothing, and Jade's big. Thunder took her down like it was nothing.
Oh man, yeah. See, I kind of want to see Thunder and Masha Slamovich. You know what I mean? I don't know if you ever seen Masha wrestle in person and stuff. Masha, woo! Yeah. I seen her last night, last show and stuff. Man, I'm always like, oh man, I don't want to get on her bad
Kathy,
side.
educate
Man.
your boy.
Woo!
That's not my business to say. That's your business.
Kathy, educate your boy. If I've ever seen Masha Slamovich wrestle live, bro, I've booked Masha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying, we got the general audience and all that too. Everybody watching.
Masha's my homie, dude. Masha's cool as hell. Scares me half to death because I don't know if she's ever happy or if I'm going to get mad Russian when I'm around her and I'm going to get, an eye tore out or something or miss a limb. But,
That's right.
she's awesome.
Oh yeah. She is awesome. Yeah, you can't say nothing but everything positive about her. Yeah, she's awesome. She's too cool for school.
As long as you bring her
But,
tacos.
oh, okay. Shoot. Hey, next time I see her, I'm gonna have to do that because I love tacos too. You know what I mean? A peace offering. Here you go.
Yeah.
That's right. So I gotta say, man, before I pass it on back to Remy, I want to say, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule, come on chat with us. I had a blast chatting with you again, man. I wish, VWR nothing but the most success. I wish nothing but the positive things that happen to you and your life and all that good stuff, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Scott, thank you very much, for actually giving us this chance to have you back on the show. Really and truly appreciate, y'all from,
Oh
the
no, man!
VWR
Thank you
family.
guys for allowing me to come back. I truly appreciate it.
Yeah, y'all from the VWR family, y'all are always welcome on here. Even if even if you want to promote your upcoming card, we don't mind as well. And we're definitely looking forward to seeing the new wave, which we know is going to blow the roof off and whatnot. And yeah, like I said, man, that Nightmare Factory, those women down there, they're definitely making it happen, and they're definitely making the rounds. So yeah, so before we shut down the show, where can fans find you on social media when they want to find out when they want to find out when the next VWR show is, and
Uh,
when they want to purchase VWR merchandise and so on?
Man, I'm not hard to find. You can find me on Facebook. Just put in Scott Bruce. Send me a message, and if let me know you saw the interview, and I'll add you as a friend. I don't mind. Instagram, it's what Scott 98984. Twitter, I think is Scott B 984. I have a TikTok. I don't know what that is. I don't have no videos on there, but I like TikTok videos. They're great. If I knew how to do them, I might be doing. I need to have Emily teach me because she does them, and Haley. I have to get with them. How do you do a TikTok video?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, with my luck, it'll be a video where like pauses, like I'm in dress normally, then it pauses, I'm in a dress or something. I'll be like, yeah, oh, what the hell?
Trust me, I stick to watching TikTok videos. I don't really like do them and whatnot. I just stick to watching them and so on. I have too much social media to deal with and so on. So yeah, but to those that do them, I tip my hat off to them as well. Also, hey Scott,
Yeah.
don't go too far, man. Because we're gonna be having a special Texas promoters edition of Ringside Saturday where we're gonna have you, we're gonna have Jeremiah Wilkerson and Brian Cervantes on the show as well, just to just to see how the year was for y'all and so on, and what we can expect coming up as well. So definitely, we're gonna be making that happen as well. So
Yeah.
yeah. But with that being
Almost
said,
around.
oh yeah. Well, with that being said, for those of y'all listening, those of y'all watching, make sure January 15th, if you are in Texas, check out VWR New Wave. If you are a huge fan of women's wrestling, check it out. And for those of y'all that even have the airport buddy pass, yes, I know some of y'all fans work at the airport, so you get those little flight privileges. Well, guess what? Hop on a buddy pass, make your way down to the Lone Star State, and check out some good wrestling. Trust me, you will not be embarrassed. And like Scott said before, and Kathy's seen it firsthand. I've seen it firsthand when I went to ACW out in Austin. When they tell you move, the wrestlers are coming, move. Be prepared to possibly have your front row seat rearranged, but it'll definitely be a great time. But with that being said, it's about time for us to shut down the show. But before we do this, Kathy Knight, where can fans find you on social media when they want to talk wrestling and all that good stuff?
So I'm on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and Discord, all at BLUE 70517. Words are hard saying.
What's Discord? I gotta ask, what's Discord? I'm old, so I gotta know what this is. Do I need to have a Discord?
So Discord's kind of linked to Twitch. If you have a Twitch stream, you go into Discord. It's kind of like
okay,
a chat.
that's enough. I lost you on that.
It's a chat room like off of Twitch.
Okay, yeah, I lost you already, but yeah, okay, cool.
Discord. I'll have to remember that. Rob Bass, fresh off of your refereeing duties last night at 1CW and CCW, where can fans find you on social media when they want to find out when your next appearance is, when they want to purchase Rob Base merchandise, and also where can bookers and promoters find you when they want to book you for their shows.
You can find me at Twitter and Instagram and Twitch, Rob_Base82, and then Facebook and YouTube, Rob Base.
Cool. And if you want to find me on social media, not that I have anything interesting to say, but who knows, maybe you'll get lucky. You can find me on Twitter at the Remy Blue. You can also find me on Facebook under the alias Remy Blue. It's a picture of me at WrestleMania 28. Our podcast is also on social media. We're on Twitter and Instagram under @Ringside Society. We're also on Twitch under @Ringside Society 2019, and we have a Facebook group. If you guess the name is Ringside Society, you guessed it correctly, but we're not giving anything away for that yet. But our Christmas giveaway is coming up real soon. We are also on Spotify, where you can listen to our episodes from season 1 and season 2 and some from season 3. And we are also on YouTube, which is our other platform that we stream on as well. Once you type in Ringside Society in YouTube and you see that sweet OMG light blue and dark blue yin yang sign with the blue flames around it near Kathy's head, that'll be us. Definitely go ahead and subscribe to all our videos because we have a lot of cool videos coming up. And check out our past interviews as well too, with Jasmine Allure, Antonio San Francisco, Matty Rinkowski, Anakin Rosa, who is actually Thunder Rosa's son, and many others. So definitely check us out. We got a lot of cool things coming up. And with that being said, we just want to thank everybody that tuned in tonight live. We really and truly appreciate it. To those of y'all that are going to listen to us later on, thank you very much in advance. And to those of y'all that hate us, can't stand us, really and truly wish we go away. Well, like myself at a Golden Corral, Kathy Knight at a Cafe Du Monde with a buy one get one free offer, and Rob Base at a taco festival, we're not going anywhere for a while.
They hate us because they ain't us.
And we ain't stopping. So with that being said, we just want to let everybody know that we here at Ringside Society are very well unaware that everybody and their grandparents and their parents have a podcast. But we're not your grandparents' podcast. We're not your parents' podcast. As a matter of fact, we're not just any podcast. Hashtag we are not the same. Hey, yo, Rob Base, Kathy Knight, one time for the mind, one time for the people, one time for the wrestling culture, and one time for VWR owner Scott Bruce and VWR New Wave, which will be on January 15th, 2022. What type of podcast are we?
All right. 3, 2, 1. We're the Wrestling Fans Podcast.
That's right. We're the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. And we will be back this week with more interviews, none scheduled yet. But, you know, as always, schedule is subject to change. But until then, we're still going through a pandemic. So until it's really over, be safe, be healthy, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes. We out. Peace.
See y'all. Good night. Stay classy, Delaware.
Bye. Enjoy NXT tonight.
War games.